Welcome to another Rock You production. This one is a guitar and bass tutorial for The Fox, or What Does the Fox Say? It's actually called The Fox. We don't need to get into that. It's a pretty simple song on guitar and bass. It's got three sections. The verse, which is actually in two kind of sections, the chorus, and the outro. So we're going to start with the verse for the guitars. Now, Sienna, if you're singing and you feel comfortable playing too, you can play too. If you don't feel like you can sing and play, then just sing. Here's the verse. It's really simple. There are only three chords. An A minor, you're with the capo on the 4th fret, by the way, so it's actually a C sharp minor, but an A minor shape, a G shape, which is actually a D with the capo, and a D shape, which is actually an F sharp with the capo. So it's the strumming pattern is the tricky part. It's like this. So what you're doing is you're going down, up, and hitting the strings with the side of your hand like this. Down, up. So it makes a chunk. That's a rhythmic part of the song, which is really a good aspect of the sound. And the second time you go. So that in the second one, you're going up, down, up. So the first one, you're just going down, up, mute. Then you're going up, down, mute. So the whole thing together is down, up, mute, up, down, up, mute. When you put it all together, it sounds like this. I didn't do it very well. When I'm doing this, I'm actually using not so much this part of my hand, I'm using more this part of my hand when I actually do it. So one more time, like that instead of like that. It's a little quicker. Okay, the chorus is even simpler. Only two of the chords. You still use the A minor, which is really a C sharp minor because of the capo, and you still use the D, which is really F sharp. You don't have to go to the F. The G. And the chorus goes. How does the chorus go? Oh yeah, right. The chorus is a little tougher in the rhythmic part. This is the part where the foxes, they're drawing out the fox noises, and it's. That's it. That's the whole chorus. I have to go back to the verse for a second. I forgot. So in the verse, when you're doing the verse, you're going, dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet. Well, you say that. Bird goes tweet and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, dog frog goes croak, and the elephant goes toot. And then you go ducks they quack, and fish go blow, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. There's one sound, so it's just one strum for each of these ones. What does the fox say? And that's the whole verse and chorus for the first verse, the first chorus, the second verse, and the second chorus. That's it. The outro is a little more complicated. We're going to make a chord you probably haven't seen before, but it's easy. It's called an F major 7th, and if you look at my right hand, except this, it's really because of the capo, it's an A major 7th, but don't worry about that. You're going to put your first finger on the 1st fret of the B string, your second finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your third finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, so you're making what looks like a little staircase, and that's what it sounds like. The first part, you're doing an F major 7th, followed by an E minor 7th, which is pretty easy. Just go like that. You can also make it like this, but this is good enough. And then an A major 7th, an A minor 7th rather, which is kind of like the F major 7th, except you take this finger off and you move this finger down one string to the D string. Then you're making a G, another E minor 7th, and another F major 7th, then another F major 7th, and another E major 7th, sorry, minor 7th, and F major 7th. And the pattern is like this. The E minor 7ths are just notes that you pass through on the way to other notes. So it goes like this. Watch my hand first, and then I'll sing along with it. So it goes like this. May not have mentioned the G. Oop, I did it wrong. G, E minor 7th. So where it comes in the lyrics is the secret of the fox, ancient mystery, somewhere deep in the woods, I know you're hiding. And you just repeat that until the bass part, the thumping bass part comes in, and then you're doing the same thing, you're just doing it more quickly. So you there with the fox going ba-da-bum-ba-do, ba-da-bum-bum-ba-do, or whatever whoever does the fox is going to do. That's it for the guitars. Okay, Christopher, this is a fun one for you. It's always good for a bass player to do a little EDM, electronic dance music. You're not using a capo, so your notes for the chorus and the verse are a C sharp, which you could play on the 4th fret of your A string. Turn this up a little bit. And a B, which is the 2nd fret of your A string, and an F sharp, which is the 2nd fret of your E string. Now if you wanted to play those all on the E string, you could. It's the 9th, 7th, and 2nd. So the beginning part is just the same 3 notes over and over again. And the strumming pattern, you're using your fingers. I don't really know how to do it so well. I use a pick. But it's kind of like that. That's the note that's the sound you want to make. So it's doggo. I can't sing it and play bass, so I'll just play it. Or on the E string, it's like this. I didn't do that very well. I'll do it again. And the second half of the verse, where it's ducks say quack and fish go blub, you just hit a one note. Ducks say quack and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow ow ow. And there's one thing that no one knows, and nothing right here. What does the fox say? That's it for the verses. Okay, the chorus, same thing as the guitars, just 2 notes. C sharp, which you're playing up here or down here on the A string, and the F sharp. And it's mostly the same pattern as the guitars. The guitars are going like you can do that, but I also think when I listen to it, I hear the bass leaves out the last note, so it plays it more like this. And that space kind of drives the rhythm a little bit. So you can leave that last note out. Try it both ways, see how it sounds, and reverse it. Okay, the outro. The outro is a little more confusing, but I don't think you're going to have any problem with this. The notes are A, B, C sharp, B, G sharp. And those are the only notes you're going to use. And the pattern is this. A, B, C sharp, C, you let it ring, or play it again. B, B, G sharp, A, B, A, and then it repeats. A, B, C sharp, B, G sharp, A. Since you're playing this low, You can play this on a combination of the A and E strings, or you can just use the whole A string. I mean, a whole E string. So if you do it just on the A string, it would be open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, back to now to the 2nd fret, now to the 4th fret on the E string, and then you can either do the 5th fret for the A or the open A, and then you do, and the whole pattern repeats itself. It might be interesting to try it all on the E string, where you're going to start with your A on the 5th fret, and it's just A, B, C sharp, C sharp, B, B, G, B, A, sorry, B, A. That pattern just repeats and you end on the A. When in about halfway through the outro, when that thumping electronic dance music starts, you're just hitting it exactly on the beat of the bass drum. It's really should be kind of fun for you, but okay, that's it.